Hi everyone, welcome to Take 2, Day 2, Week 3 of our 18-week 5-2 fasting challenge. There are a couple of updates that I have. One, I think that I'm going to only continue this challenge on my Fasting Gal channel. So if you're watching this on my The Last Few Pounds channel, then I'm going to put a link to my Fasting Gal channel in the description box below if you still really want to follow this challenge, because it seems like that I'm just getting more traction on that channel, and which is fine. There's no judgment one way or the other, and the Fasting Gal channel is really a lot more focused on fasting, so it makes a lot of sense. The other thing that I want to update you all, that's my husband in the background. Hold on. Hey honey, oh, you're not gonna wave? Wave for everyone. That's nice. Okay. So it's his birthday today. Yay, happy birthday. He is 45 and it's great. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to update you all about is today I attended a 3-hour long webinar that Dr. Michael Greger hosted about fasting. And I did that for both of my channels, right? But there was so much information. It was just impossible to distill it all. It was just like it's like constantly being pinged with just a whole ton of information. I'm going to re-watch that webinar, but since I'm going to re-watch it, I'm going to be able to pause it, take notes, think. Do some additional research if I need to, play it, and so on and so forth, because I really want to get some of the best information for you all. It turns out that certain types of fasting may be better than others, and it turns out that some fasting might not be good at all. And here's the thing: I am evidence driven. So just because I've had an experience, or just because I have my own opinion about things, doesn't mean that I can't be proven wrong with additional research. This is the way I've lived my life for my almost my entire adult life. And that's the way that I would hope that all of us would endeavor to live our lives. We shouldn't research based on a belief system, although it's really hard to come to research, to strive to research in an unbiased fashion, right? Like, all of us are going to be, we bring our biases with us. But at the end of the day, really, facts should drive our beliefs and not the other way around. So, I was proven wrong about some things, but what that shows me is that there's some conflicting research about certain aspects of fasting, because the only way that I've come to my conclusions about fasting has been based on research. So what that means is I'm going to have to dive into the research again, look at what Dr. Greger put out, try to figure out where the discrepancies lie, and to see if there's any way to reconcile those discrepancies. I don't know, but I hope so. Anyhow, that's what happened today, and we're just about ready to get ready for dinner, which is why I have my face made up more than I normally do. I'm going to take him out to a nice birthday dinner, and otherwise everything's been fine. But I am going to definitely update you all about fasting, what's better, and what's better for which things, because if we're talking about fat loss, or if we're talking about some other issues, there might be some things might be better than others. But what it seems to me, without me doing this deep dive that I want to do, what it seems to me is that one of the best things to do is 5-2 fasting, but on the 2 days a week that you are fasting, I was pushing it, and I was not eating for a full calendar day, so for 36 hours, but that was based on some research that I've done. But it seems like what might be the best thing to do in terms of body fat loss is to is to eat on those days, but to eat minimal calories. And one study, what they did so that you don't have to count calories, which I really like the idea of not counting calories, is to eat above ground veggies. So, you know, that would include your lettuce and your tomatoes, even though it's technically a fruit, that counted in what was available. You know, squash, zucchini, whatever, and not adding anything to it. No vinegar, even though vinegar is very low in calories. I guess you would be okay eating that. Certainly no fats, no oils. And the issue with that was when you just eat veggies, and it seems like you can season them, so you can add a little tiny bit of salt if you wanted to, if you really have to, and maybe some garlic or whatever. But the thing about that, it's keeping IGF-1 down. So that is something that I'm going to look at more extensively. So stay tuned. But I will leave with this final note. I know that there are people who are doing longer term fasts on their own out there that are not medically supervised, and the rationale is, well, I can't afford medical supervision. I get that. I would really encourage you to limit that, and I was limiting it to a maximum of 5 days, and that was based on my stay at True North, and it was based on a conversation that I had with Dr. Michael Clapper. But now that I attended this webinar, I think that 3 days maximum is really, that's what it looks like it's going to be if you're going to fast. I'm not even sure if that's going to be the most beneficial for body fat loss, but it seems like, you know, there is some other research out there about revamping your immune system, but then again, can you do that just with the above the ground veggies on those fast days? I don't know. There's a lot to digest out there, but the reason why I'm discouraging these longer term fasts, and I've always discouraged people from doing longer term fasts on your own, is because there have been case studies of people doing really great, feeling amazing, being really energetic, and then dropping dead suddenly. The reason for this appears to be due to electrolyte issues, not having your electrolytes balanced. At True North, they really, where I fasted before long term, I was supervised. They were checking our stuff out twice a day, did blood tests and all that. Plus you rested, and that seems to be a really big key. Like if you're not going to have these your electrolytes balanced, then, you know, be in rest, but even then you still want to be supervised. I'm not going to discourage people from being supervised, but with the electrolytes, if you're going to do this on your own, you still want to get your electrolytes checked, because if you just go and you start having a bunch of sodium and potassium and magnesium and all that stuff without knowing what your electrolyte profile is beforehand, you could be creating an imbalance in the other direction. I know that this could be hard to hear. Don't hate if I'm telling you something that you don't like, because again, the research and the science should be driving our beliefs and should be driving our actions. It shouldn't be the other way around. It really, really shouldn't. And please don't shoot the messenger, because regardless of whether you all like the message, I'm not going to BS you guys to death. I'm really not. I'm going to keep it real every single solitary time, even if that means that I don't make you happy. And I want to make you happy, but I'm not going to always make you all happy, you know? So let me do this deeper dive into the research over the next several days or week, and I will come back to you all with some more information soon. All right, please give this video a thumbs up for research and for facts and for science. Yay, science. And subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave a comment or a question below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Until next time, ciao.